Hi, I'm Andy Lewis. I'm Chief Scientific Officer at Quotient Sciences. Really happy to be here at CPHI Milan.
Hi there, my name's Andrew Parker. I'm one of the drug development consultants here at Quotient Sciences. Really also enthused to be here at CPHI Milan and looking forward to understanding all the cutting edge innovation in the pharmaceutical industry.
There's been an absolute surge of interest in oral peptides the last 5 to 10 years, definitely driven by approval of Rybelsus and also Mycapssa, really showing that peptides can be delivered systemically by the oral route and also given a regulatory pathway and a development path. And as a preferred route of administration, a lot of these drugs that had to be injected in the past can now be delivered orally. So. Over the last few years, we've delivered 14 different oral peptide programs, all sorts of different disease indications, and I think many of our clients really see the advantage of oral route of delivery. Well, we have unrivaled experience, I would say, in the development of oral peptides. Quotient's a unique business in that we can develop and manufacture drug products, but we also have 2 phase 1 clinical trial units, one in the UK and one in the US. And that allows us to integrate drug product development and manufacturing with the clinical testing. So a number of our clients have come to us to optimize their oral peptide programs in our clinic, and that's given us a really privileged insight into both the preclinical data package that they've had, their CMC package, but also clinical performance. And we've worked on, I think, something like 14 different peptides, 11 different permeation enhancers. So we've really got a wide breadth of experience across this technological platform. And it allows us, we've made many learnings along the way that we can apply to different programs. But our unique translational pharmaceutics platform really allows them to make sure that oral peptide performs in the best way that it can, particularly in terms of safety, tolerability, but also, of course, bioavailability, which has a huge impact on the eventual cost of goods and but also efficacy of the drug product. So we've got unrivaled experience, and I think that really puts us in a good place to work with anyone developing an oral peptide.
So there are a number of challenges for customers in preclinical development. But some of the most common ones are molecules arriving at candidate selection and wanting to move into candidate nomination stages, but haven't got the sufficient justification to do so yet, mainly driven by the fact that they cannot reach the high dose tox value required to substantiate the regulatory package and move into that first in human trial. This is often driven by the fact that the molecules coming out of discovery are larger, have larger polar surface areas, and have in fact different modes of clinical pharmacology and action, from occupancy-driven pharmacology to event-driven pharmacology. This inherently means that the molecules that we're trying to deliver are effectively a bigger challenge to formulate in a viable drug product that has the adequate solubility boost to enable the required bioavailability in animal studies, let alone getting into a clinical study. And that's driven by a number of facets of those molecules. A lot of them are heterobifunctional, meaning the molecular weight is larger, and in reference to that, the Lipinski rule of 5 is now out the window nowadays. It was a rule of thumb 20 years ago. But there are other drivers as well, with accelerated approval pathways, breakthrough therapy status. This puts increased pressure on that preclinical to clinical transition point, because often you can then commercialize the drug product with surrogate phase 2 data and really truncate the timeline to launch of that commercial drug product. So a number of pressures really in that preclinical space that are only increasing in today's pharmaceutical world. Yes, in relation to these preclinical solubility challenges, Quotient Sciences now offers a screening platform to evaluate a number of technologies in parallel to overcome that solubility limited barrier to exposure and improve the animal model PK profiles such that you don't hit the preclinical plateau. And this is manifested by a tailing off with respect to dose exposure data. You should hopefully get a linear response, but often you get a plateau. So you need enabling technology to really overcome that plateau and boost bioavailability through improving solubility. So Quotient Sciences offers screening of amorphous solid dispersions, lipidics, and/or size reduction, and the selection of the technology is judicious depending upon the properties of the molecule, the anticipated therapeutic dose, and also the intended presentation format as well. So we take a holistic approach to this challenge and provide a service with the necessary permutations to help our clients overcome this hurdle, get through the GLP tox, and enter a first-in-human study with the right regulatory package.
Well, Quotient Sciences is unique. We've got the capability to develop and manufacture drug products, but also do the clinical testing in healthy volunteers. And I think our translational pharmaceutics platform, when we integrate those two activities, really is disrupting pharmaceutical development. It overcomes the poor predictability of preclinical data to the clinical situation and really allows people to. I think the most powerful impact is probably data-driven decision making. You're making decisions based on human clinical data, and it provides actually our scientists with a really powerful insight into the biopharmaceutics of drug products, how changes to their formulations impact performance. And so we've got a really highly skilled team across the business that really, I think, maximises the chance of success for our clients' programs.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've got anything to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been offering this now for 15 years, yet still it's very innovative in the pharmaceutical development space in being able to combine CDMO and CRO services. It's quite hard to copy, and one of the reasons is to really leverage that clinical data. We offer this manufacturing demand, real-time adaptive dosing to manufacture the next required drug product, be it an increase in dose, a modification to the release profile, to really then target in on the requirements of that clinical study, be it understanding and optimizing exposure, understanding and optimizing release. It reduces reliance on IVCs, as Andy mentioned, because we're using clinical data to make real-time decisions. And this is all within an upfront approved regulatory design space. That means we don't need to make further substantial amendments. We have the flexibility to pivot and target doses and release rates as required for the clinical program and the primary objectives of the clinical study.
Thank you for watching. If you'd like to find out more about what we've talked about today, please get in touch with us through our website, and look forward to hearing from you.